began because I received an invitation from the Open Space Institute to possibly nominate a student for their annual Barnabas McHenry Fellowship, but why Taché in particular? Because she is such a strong, engaging, and passionate student. And that was borne out as soon as I brought it to her attention. She was incredibly enthusiastic. We submitted, I think, a very strong application together, and we got it.
So the project started, as Professor Morris said, from this grant that I received, and it developed into what we called In Washington Shadow. And what In Washington Shadow means is, in Newburgh, there's Washington headquarters, and a lot of people know Washington headquarters. It's been in the community for such a long time, but no one really knows the African American history that's around Washington headquarters. So my project was really delving into certain aspects of that history that we don't hear about or don't know about. So eventually we were able to establish this walking tour where you can go, it's 5 sites where you can go and listen to each one. The 3 aspects that we broke it down into is the All-Star family, the Colored School, and the AME Zion Church. And the great thing about the All-Star family is that they were a family of musicians. They opened up a music and dancing school in Newburgh that was very successful, but the story that you really don't know about them is that their grandfather, who was a slave, he came to Newburgh, established himself in Newburgh, and actually operated the Underground Railroad in Newburgh. The AME Zion Church of Newburgh has been in the community for about 200 years, and even that in itself has, again, 200 years, has a great amount of history. 2 of those things that I want to share is that it was attacked twice, and the first time it was attacked was in 1860. It was attacked by rioters, and then the next time, surprisingly, in 1962, it was attacked by soldiers. Now, the Colored School is what I consider my baby because for a long time, no one knew what happened to the Colored School. The Colored School was actually closed down because the grammar schools, which were all white at the time, were integrated. And this was, again, in 1873, which was so early on in history. And I think that's pretty amazing that I was able to find a conclusion for this school.
It's worth noting that Taché herself has given the tour. That was the sort of inaugural event. Once all the signage and the recordings are up online, I think there were around or maybe over 100 attendees, correct? Including Eileen McAdam, who's the director of the Sound and Story of the Hudson Valley, but also several council members of the city of Newburgh came to the event, and it got real media coverage.
I couldn't have done it all by myself. I had so many different people, so many factors that allowed me, especially Professor Morris. He was able to guide me through certain things that I didn't know. Again, I was a sophomore going into my junior year. So a lot of the things I didn't know, and I did have to learn by myself, but I had someone there to help me adjust to certain things.
I think this has been, in my time at Manhattanville, maybe the most rewarding and exciting project to work on because, mostly because of Taché herself. She is innovative, she has an incredible work ethic, and she's really passionate about uncovering and sharing history. For a history professor, that's magic, that's golden.